The Nintendo Switch 2 US pre-orders will open on April 9th. A well-known industry insider reports. The claim suggests that the start date for Switch 2 pre-orders will vary by country. Nintendo hasn't officially said much about the Switch 2 since announcing it on January 16th. However, the company committed to sharing more details on April 2nd as part of a Nintendo Direct focused on its next-generation console. The Switch 2 US pre-orders will open exactly 1 week following the April 2nd event, Insider Gaming's Tom Henderson reports, citing internal emails and documentation from a major, unspecified retailer. This unnamed company expects to sell out all Switch 2 inventory on the same day, April 9th. That's in spite of the fact that Nintendo has reportedly already managed to import a large quantity of Switch 2 units into the US, and that even more may cross the border in the days ahead. Best Buy Canada recently announced it will start accepting Switch 2 pre-orders on April 2nd. If Henderson's information is accurate, then the console's pre-order start date will vary by country. Best Buy Canada's announcement did not include any pricing details, which are expected to be shared during the upcoming Nintendo Direct. The April 2nd event is also likely to yield new information about the console's launch game lineup, as well as its features, including the mysterious button located on the right Joy-Con, right below the home button. Nintendo Switch 2, reportedly launching in June 2025. According to industry insider Tom Henderson, the Nintendo Switch 2 is expected to launch in June 2025. This report comes from the same retailer source that previously hinted at the upcoming console's timeline. Rumors of a mid-2025 release have been circulating for some time, with several analysts backing the prediction. The buzz around this time frame gained momentum at the recent Game Developers Conference, GDC, where many attendees reportedly agreed on the likelihood of a June debut. The expected launch of the Switch 2 has stirred considerable anticipation among fans and industry professionals alike. Although Nintendo has yet to make an official announcement, the consistency of reports across multiple sources suggests the June 2025 window may be accurate. The timing would align with Nintendo's typical hardware release strategy, giving developers time to prepare titles for the new system and ensuring a strong launch lineup. While the release will reportedly be international, not all regions may receive the console simultaneously. In the past, Nintendo has staggered launches based on regional logistics and regulatory challenges. For instance, the original Switch, which debuted in 2017, did not arrive in countries like China and Brazil until years later. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, comment, and share your thoughts below. Stay tuned, and we'll see you next time. The Netflix president of games, Alan Tiscan, has suggested that kids aren't interested in the future of video game consoles. The interesting claim comes alongside the Netflix head-sharing praise for the Nintendo Wii. The console wars have been a defining aspect of gaming culture for decades, driven by competition over exclusive titles, superior graphics, and hardware features. Gamers once had to choose sides, PlayStation, Xbox, or Nintendo, based on what each system could offer. These choices often shaped a player's entire gaming experience, with console loyalty becoming a part of personal identity for many fans. However, the gaming landscape has shifted dramatically in recent years. With the rise of mobile gaming, cloud streaming, and cross-platform play, access to games is no longer tied to owning a specific console. Today's younger generations are growing up with games readily available on smartphones, tablets, smart TVs, and PCs, making consoles feel less essential. For these players, the focus is more on the experience and less on the platform, signaling a shift away from the traditional importance of console ownership in the gaming world. Netflix president of games, Alan Tiscan, recently shared insights on the company's gaming vision during a discussion with the game business. When asked about the possibility of creating console-style games, Taskin emphasized Netflix's broader approach, stating that the company views the future of gaming as platform agnostic. Rather than focusing on specific hardware like consoles, Netflix is aiming to deliver games that are accessible across multiple devices. Taskin expressed skepticism about the younger generation's interest in traditional gaming consoles. He questioned whether children around 8 or 10 years old are truly aspiring to own something like a future PlayStation 6. Instead, he believes their interests lie in playing and interacting with digital content on whatever screens are available to them, whether that's a tablet, phone, or smart TV. He further suggested that the older model of relying on dedicated gaming consoles might be outdated and limiting in today's fast-evolving digital landscape. For Netflix, this means embracing a more flexible and device-neutral strategy that aligns with the habits and expectations of modern gamers. Reducing the friction of gaming, Alan Tascan, Netflix's president of games, has emphasized the company's commitment to making gaming as seamless as possible. In his view, one of the main goals is to reduce friction, the obstacles that can prevent or slow down players from jumping into games. These hurdles can include things like large downloads, complicated setups, or needing specialized hardware such as multiple controllers. By addressing these issues, Netflix aims to create a smoother and more accessible gaming experience. Taskin believes that the traditional processes of accessing games often create unnecessary barriers for players, particularly those who may be new to gaming or simply want to engage casually. He sees friction as anything that stands between a player and the game they want to play. This includes not just technical obstacles, but also business-related ones like subscription requirements, which can discourage spontaneous play or limit who can access the content. As part of this vision, Netflix has taken experimental steps to lower these barriers. For example, the company tested a friction-free approach with its mobile game Squid Game, Unleashed, allowing users to play without requiring a Netflix subscription. This move reflects a broader strategy to make gaming more accessible and to reach a wider audience by removing traditional constraints that are common in the gaming industry. It could be true that the youngest gamers don't really care about new gaming consoles. Consoles and high-powered PCs were once the only avenues of entry to gaming. Ahead of Call of Duty Season 3's launch, the Ricochet anti-cheat development team released a detailed progress report addressing the ongoing battle against cheaters. A key focus was on the use of shadow ban lobbies, where suspicious accounts are placed in isolated matches for further review. This system helps identify and monitor potential cheaters without immediately banning them, allowing the team to collect more evidence before taking action. The report also warned players about the dangers of spam reporting. While player reports are a helpful tool in flagging cheaters, abusing the system with false or excessive reports can undermine its effectiveness. The Ricochet team emphasized that accurate reporting is crucial for maintaining fair gameplay and ensuring that real cheaters are identified quickly and efficiently. Additionally, the developers revealed improvements coming to the KillCam user interface in Season 3.ca. Saying stated that players will now be able to see the active perks and any weapon changes used by the enemy, offering more transparency and helping players understand how they were defeated. This update aims to enhance learning opportunities and provide more clarity in competitive encounters. Call of Duty's next season will bring back the original Verdansk map to Warzone, which is stated to be a mostly faithful recreation of the 2020 map. Verdansk was confirmed as the main focus of Season 3 in Warzone and Black Ops 6. The Call of Duty development team posted an update on their efforts to combat cheating. In a Ricochet anti-cheat progress report blog, Activision clarified some player questions about how spam reports and limited matchmaking LMM lobbies, also called shadow ban lobbies, are handled in Black Ops 6 and Warzone. Activision stated that LMM lobbies allow suspected players to keep playing while an investigation is conducted. If a party member is flagged for LMM, other party members will be forced to play in the same lobby to prevent circumventing the system. Activision clarifies that Call of Duty limited matchmaking lobbies filter suspected players during a cheating investigation. Parties with a player flagged for limited matchmaking will be forced into the same lobby until the investigation ends or the suspect leaves. Spam reporting will not be weighed heavily by Activision and can be punished instead of heeded. A new KillCam UI update in Warzone will give players more details about their attackers' loadouts. Activision also confirmed that spam reporting from the same account is ineffective in combating cheaters and may instead draw punitive measures. Activision's report confirmed that over 228,000 account bans across multiple platforms have been administered since Black Ops 6 launched in October 2024. Additionally, Activision shut down over 20 cheat makers in that span, and dozens of cheat resellers were put out of business. Starting in Season 3, Warzone will introduce a significant update to the kill cam interface designed to give players more insight into how they were eliminated during a match. This new feature aims to make gameplay more transparent by breaking down the events that led to a player's defeat, helping them understand what went wrong and how they can improve. The updated kill cam will include a widget that displays specific details such as whether a player was spotted through line of sight, detected by a UAV, or revealed by firing an unsuppressed weapon. These added layers of information provide a clearer picture of how visibility and positioning affect encounters, making the experience more educational and fair for all players. Future updates to the kill cam will expand on this functionality by including additional data like the attacker's active field upgrades and perks. These enhancements are also intended to reduce false reporting by giving players concrete evidence of how they were outplayed, rather than assuming foul play. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, comment, and share your thoughts below. Stay tuned, and we'll see you next time.